Good evening and welcome back to ThreeFlowing, the show where we aim to entertain, educate, and inspire. I am one of your hosts that you will see, Daniel Cook, and as always, I am joined by my co-hosts today who are twinning. First, we have on the right.
I'm the Brazilian guru, nice to see y'all.
But you're the Brazilian guru. Hey, hold on now.
What?
I'm the Brazilian guru. Let's not get this thing confused now. So, hey, I'm Lane. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I felt this vibe. I just need to be the guru today, as I am every day. But I just needed to be out there. But anyway, we'll dive into that later. But it's good to be here. Good to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I might also mention that we are coming to you not from our normal studio, not from the Oasis, but today we are actually in the great state of Florida, as you can see by the plate we have as a prop. And we're actually coming live from the old track of the Daytona 500, used between
1948 and 1960.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So just down the street that way, you have north turn of the whole race. And just very cool to be in this historic place, Let's kind of dive into some of the things we've done this week, just to give the audience a little sample of what we do.
Well, I know we've gone around. I know I have all around town of, New Smyrna. Read about the history. Same thing with Daytona. Speaking of racing, we went over to the Daytona 500. Went all through the museum there. Fantastic historical relics, all types of cars, all memorabilia from all the racers. It was. They got a lot of good stuff there. If you've never checked it out, I highly encourage you guys to go check it out.
Very cool museum, and very cool people too. Another gym too you might want to check out is the Ponce Lighthouse.
Oh, very nice.
It's a very cool site. And if any of you guys are looking to get married, $50 weddings, so I hear. So it's a great place for you to take your significant other and tie that knot.
So we got this little lighthouse here we bought.
Yeah, little lighthouse.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, we did that, and of course we've been, at the beach. Of course I burn and Lane tan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've just been meditating out here near the ocean.
He's been doing his favorite thing. He's been working.
Yeah, I've been working a lot, as always, but trying to be grateful for everything. Not always perfect on that, but
Absolutely. So you guys also might have noticed that we don't have a guest today like we usually do, and that's something a little bit different format for us, but we thought it's very important for us to do an episode where we just take time to explain more about who we are.
Exactly.
We're normally diving deep into what the guests are talking about, but we also want you to get to know us too.
Right. Because you're probably thinking, who are these people? This crazy guru wearing a straw hat. I mean, it's just who I am. But at the end of the day,
well, then they know who the real guru is.
I'm confused. Who's the real guru?
Well, it's obviously me.
Why are you trying to be me right now?
Hold on, no. What are you trying to be?
What is this about?
I don't understand.
What?
You're not understanding.
Brother, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
You don't get it.
The train has left the station.
The plane is already departed.
The plane, it's a train.
No. You see, you're confused there.
No.
We got to meditate on this. I'm going to meditate on it. I don't know what you're doing.
Guys, I don't know what's going on here, but we need to, keep it reasonable,
Well, tell him.
I know,
You just don't know, brother.
Brother, I get it more than you ever will.
I mean, I don't know what's going on here today. It's like I'm seeing double, even triple if you count the mirror.
Could be 4.
Maybe I'm seeing 4. I don't know.
This is just cookie cutter is what it is. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's almost he's a demon. He's a demon! Anyway.
You're looking at the most non-cookie cutter person you ever met.
Well, there's a mirror over there, too, so I guess I'm looking at myself. Oh, well, anyway.
I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to tell more about ourselves today, and haven't seen this side of Lane before, but this has been interesting. I don't know what's gotten into him. How'd you guys get the matching shirts, Lane? Where'd you find that?
I thought it looked good in a store. Got it. I will to his credit, he's got good taste. I mean, he's a good shirt, pants. He's got the flip flops. I decided to go with a more casual look. But that's fine.
Yeah. I have Havaianas on, by the way, the Brazilian flip flops.
Why didn't no one go after my look?
Buc-ee's is all right, but
Buc-ee's is good.
Buc-ee's, I got the Georgia Tech ring, sunglasses. I mean, I guess we all can't be me, and that's okay too.
That's all right. But speaking about me and you and everybody here, including the 3 of us, if there's a 4th, I don't really know. Are we going to talk about ourselves? Are we going to do an introduction? Like, how are we going to do this?
I think so. I think we should dive into
Who are we?
who we are and why we did this podcast. Like, what led us to do this crazy
and
thing.
why don't we take off our sunglasses to be a little bit more personal?
Oh,
because
see the light.
Well, why don't we start with you in the middle?
Okay, all right.
Sounds good.
Well,
start with him.
Sure. Well, my name is Daniel Cook, and I was born and raised in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Just have always been someone that's been interested in telling stories, and I've always been interested in hearing people, their perspectives, learning about different places, cultures, and everything in between. And I've always wanted to do something to express my creative side. When I was growing up, when I was in middle school, I was really interested in filmmaking, and of course, the area of Georgia where we live in, they make lots of movies, so we're very close to, several prominent movie studios where they film a lot of the Marvel movies, and as such, I really had a passion for the creative side, and after high school, I ended up kind of deciding to do something different. I studied economics at Georgia Tech, and also was interested in political science and history, which I also studied. After graduating from Georgia Tech, after doing several internships, I got involved in politics, had a wonderful stint there in politics, and then, Ethan, who he'll get into, he moved back from Las Vegas. We all kind of just came up with the idea. It started out as a joke about this podcast, which we'll get into more in a little bit, but that's kind of who I am, and I'm just excited to be one of the hosts of this wonderful thing that we're doing here today.
Very good. Yeah, I guess I'll go. So I am actually Lane Hayes.
I'm taking mine off too.
I grew
Now you're trying to be him. What's going on here?
All right.
I grew up Peachtree City. I'm the only son. My mom and dad, Barbara.
The only son.
Anyway, I
You mean
grew
only
up.
child?
The heir to the throne.
Oh, yeah, the
as
only
I like to
child.
say.
Yeah, the heir to the throne. No, I grew up. My dad was a pilot, and my mom was a flight attendant. And then she switched to be a hygienist. So, anyway, aviation has always been in my blood, and that's kind of what I'm leading to do as a career path. But anyway, I went to high school with these guys. Then went to college. We did some other jobs. Pool maintenance to, working on the golf course to. Then political work is what we got into recently. So, congressmen, presidential campaigns. Now I work at a different sort of governmental job, but ultimately goes to try to do aviation. But, hobby-wise, love fishing, love golfing. We went golfing today, actually. So
You did? Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at it, but, I'm still working on
he's
it.
definitely can drive pretty
And then,
well.
of course,
Hit
music.
it out of the park.
Yeah. Well, I actually did hit it over the fence.
He did. Yeah.
But music is my main one. My father's a guitarist, and I've gone to as of filming this, I've been to 86 concerts. So I've seen anybody you can imagine. I'm just a big music guy. I play the drums. I can play the guitar. It's probably the only hobby I really take a very large creative dive into. But other than that, I just kind of like going around talking to people and being the best I can. And another thing I like to do is try and act like Ethan over there. Yes, he is the real Brazilian goober, obviously, but it's just fun because it was a fun idea pitched.
Sometimes
to
he
be goofy
sometimes he actually does imitate him. Like I'll go over.
Yeah, and I remember the first time you did that, we were going to Chick-fil-A or something or McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the passenger seat and I was driving. And he started acting like me in front of the cashier, and I was just like, "What is going on?"
And Ethan said, "You know what you said? You said I've never been prouder of Lane than that moment."
Yeah, actually, I said, "What is going on?" after. My bad.
No,
That's right. I remember
we figured
that.
we'd
That's
just
funny.
try and. I figured I'd try to make it goofy,
But he started wearing a hat and he put on sunglasses like me, and then
who
he
is
just
the
started
real
talking to the
guru?
cashier just like me, and I was so happy with him. And then after, I was like, "Oh wait, he's just trying to, flatter me or whatever." So
it's just stupid antics.
Fun
you
at
know
his
how it is.
expense, I guess. Whatever you say.
yeah, it is
But
what it is, bro.
I can't really think of anything else regarding
That's good.
me. I'm not too interesting.
Apparently you like.
That's wrong.
Apparently you think you're logical and analytical.
I am logical and apparently I'm Switzerland in regards to
Mr. Switzerland, yeah, that's what we call you.
Well,
politics and regards to anything.
Why don't you? I could think of something interesting.
What?
You as your personal, social media handle. You call yourself.
It was just a stupid joke.
Yeah, why don't we tell the story? That's a good one.
They called it, I guess, honey fly, because I always try to be as nice as I can to people, and I was always told by my mom and dad the old Southern saying is you catch more honeys you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. So
Catch more honey.
I get you. Yeah, no, but yeah, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. So, it's kind of like that old boxing name, like Lane, honey flies.
Honey fly, Switzerland.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese,
You can poke
haze.
holes in my theories.
Yeah, is that the story? Was there another story
guess.
too? With, that
Is there another story?
kind of. I don't know if we're gonna dive into that or
I
not.
mean, look.
The Panda Express.
Oh,
I think that's funny.
what was that? I was listening to Humble Pie, and I couldn't. What was that story? Actually, I can't remember it.
No, what happened was we'd gone to Panda Express, and you were talking about how you listened to Humble Pie, and I was
It's an old
I didn't hear
60s
what
band,
I didn't
by
hear
the
what
way.
you said, so I was like, honey fly.
Honey fly. You're like, what the hell kind of name is that?
I was like, what is that? I was like, what band is that? And then ended up being Honey Fly Haze, had a ring
Humble
to it.
Pie.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, basically, we're here to make honey. I almost said the M word. there,
Oh no, not that.
But making honey is what
Specify M.
Yes.
Letter M for Mike.
we do. I was gonna say making money. My bad. I just got money out of an ATM, so that's why it's on my mind.
Gotcha. Well, everybody likes money.
Let me put subtitles
So,
on.
a lot of stuff is just inside jokes, which might only be funny to us, but we like doing this, and I enjoy every bit of it, and hopefully it helps some people along the way. So
Yeah. Let's hear from Ethan.
yeah,
I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you.
the beginning.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Okay, let's
There you go.
skip a few chapters up to
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
What's your story?
I was born of Leah and Roger Cundiff on thy blessed day of 28th of October 2000, the year of our Lord. So that happened, and I immediately was interested in having an adventure in my life. I was always a kid who would jump out of tree forts, and my brother and his friends thought I was crazy for doing that. I was always doing something risky when I was young, So, and that kind of carried me into, my adolescent years where I really had this feeling like, man, I really just want to get out and find another culture and like explore and discover. And I didn't know what culture that was yet, but I remember in high school talking to my friend about it, my best friend at the time, in the parking lot, in high school, just having this conversation with him. And just kind of led to discovering different cultures. And, at first I really wanted to go to the Middle East and learn about Lebanon and kind of dive into that and learn Arabic, but that didn't really work out. And then I met, this special lady from Brazil. And then, I got really into the Brazilian culture from there. So this brings me into college years now, so from high school to college. And, and then I ended up going to Brazil 4 times, just all in about the culture. Learned Portuguese, dedicated myself for 3 years to learn Portuguese.
Which you're now fluent in.
Yeah, which I'm now fluent. I mean, it's always like, I'm always learning something new.
Why don't you say a message in Portuguese to our Brazilian viewers?
Estou muito feliz para estar aqui, né? Muito feliz para ficar aqui nesse momento falando com você, né? Porque foi uma coisa difícil, né, para entrar aqui, mas tenho gratidão, né, agora. So.
Yeah, very nice.
I
I didn't
don't-
understand it.
I don't understand a word, but that's
Well,
awesome.
I'm
I
pretty
just
sure it
said,
was good.
I'm happy to be here now because it wasn't that easy to get here. There's been challenges and things, but in college, studied cybersecurity and currently work for a data security company. Enjoy it, trying to protect against all the threats out there. But, as far as the guru stuff, I mean, you're probably wondering why people call me the guru. And a lot of times I'm really silly, but you may be getting a more serious side of me right now. I would say that part comes from my spiritual interests, over time, which that's always been something that's stuck with me ever since I was young. Always been somebody who is interested in mystical things and the things you can't explain in life. So there's a lot of stuff there, but recently I guess I kind of had like a spiritual period. I don't know what you would call it. Some people call it a spiritual awakening. You have different words to use for it, but I think I started understanding, the deeper stuff in life and, like basically how you're creating your life, from your mind. And I started to understand these concepts and got really interested in it. This was like 6 months ago, when I started having these experiences.
Well, I know you said that you were like the great grandson or grandson of Jim Jones, and I know you were planning to go down to Guyana.
Yes.
That's funny.
I'm just
Right.
messing.
You're working in your compound, right?
Well,
Working on that compound.
Like it's nice to have a place to be where you're with friends, I will say.
As in compound?
It's in compound.
And if it's concrete and it protects you, you know what I mean? You have a few guards there. I mean, there's
Sounds
nothing
like
wrong with
jail.
No, that's funny. Like I said, a lot of inside jokes as always. But anyway.
Exactly.
I
We'll
know
learn
this
'em.
is kind of long-winded, but just the whole guru thing, it's just like enjoying those deeper things in life pretty much and knowing how to manifest certain things and just kind of rolling with it. And that's pretty much what it is. I mean, nothing too crazy. That's, I like to make you guys laugh too, so.
Yeah. And if I may add, too,
What's up?
to that, I remember about, in 2024, early, we went to a basketball game,
Right.
I remember having a conversation with you about that because you were telling me that you were wanting to make a difference in people's lives,
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is important to say. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, but sorry, basketball. Just real quick, basketball game. We're at the basketball
Switch it up
game.
like that.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say switch it up like
No,
that.
yes, this is important to say.
Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
we're at the basketball game, and I had gone through a serious period of my life where I was basically, grinding day in and day out, very disciplined. I won't go into details about it now, but I came through and I, succeeded in one of my goals I was trying to achieve, and it was very important for me to do that. And I felt like, with all the things that I learned through that period, I wanted to like help other people implement these strategies into their lives. And, that's why he called me like a guru, like a self-help guru, because of that. Because I would talk about these different concepts just endlessly. So
Well, you've done a lot of research into all these different, say, theories to concepts to
right.
Yeah, you would
ways
talk
to
about
change.
it a lot. And
You definitely.
it kept coming to my mind. I was like, he kind of reminds me, he has
Yeah.
this like guru-esque quality.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it was at the basketball game we were talking and it just came up, Brazilian guru.
Yeah, exactly.
And it
yeah.
stuck.
And it did
So-
stick. Yeah, and honestly, it took a year because I lived out in Vegas. I was working cyber at the time. I still do. But, my first job. And, it took a year for me to really kind of accept my path, what I felt like God was calling me to. But it's funny, I said to him when I was out in Vegas, like, I really want a green suit. That was like a year before I decided to do that and actually buy the suit. But I went through this transformation, like just knowing that I should take this, this turn in my life with the podcast, which I didn't know was a podcast at the time, but I knew it was going to be something entrepreneurial. So, yeah, I'll let you guys talk now. I've been talking enough.
No, it's fine. I was just trying,
No,
help my shirt.
I know, but I just
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
think-
to, be talking too much here.
And I think it's good, that people are getting to see, maybe a different side of you than they
because
see a lot of times.
they're figuring out who is the
Yeah,
guru.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can turn on a dime. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
multifaceted,
Yes, we know
Like,
you can turn
have-
on a dime. That's for sure.
Oh, yes.
I've
yes.
seen that firsthand.
Yes.
We won't
there's
go there.
A lot of meaning, a lot of different sides to the guru and really to all of us. We're
Yeah,
we have
exactly.
there's a lot about us that I hope you guys will get to know over time.
I'd say we're just, we're regular guys, just quirky, but,
Right.
we just like doing it. It's fun.
Yeah. It's 3 high school friends,
You know,
that I think we've really bonded over doing this podcast.
He
here.
hates when I say this. He hates it.
What?
But I think of it as a hobby. Now it is a job and it is a business.
Yeah.
But to me, I'll just love it because it takes the time. You know, it's something to do and it's just fun.
You
It's
have
a
to
good
have
hobby.
fun with it. If you don't
Right.
have fun,
Right.
no one will enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. And I
So,
think
as to why we do it, for me personally,
Yeah.
it's a hobby. So
I mean, you have to enjoy it because, like, if you want to be really good at something, you better enjoy it because, I mean, why are you doing it in the first place? I mean, you know, we get the grind. I think there is value in the grind culture. I think that's been a change, you know, and I guess, I don't know what you call it, like internet. The internet has subcultures, right? So, like,
so many of them.
yeah, a lot of different. One of them is grind culture, like with David Goggins, excuse me. I almost said Cogs, like Cogs.
David Cog.
Like the shoe.
I don't know. Yeah, I think those are clogs, though.
Are they cogs?
They're clogs. That's what nurses.
A cog
wear.
would be like a cog in the wheel, a cog in the machine. If you
Yeah,
will.
like you know, but the grind set, you know, I think that's been good for like to get people disciplined and get people in a schedule and kind of get people, you know, working towards a goal. But like, you know, like kind of shifting the emphasis and what I want to do.
You would really love Vince Lombardi. He had a saying. He's the Super Bowl winning
Right.
coach.
Right.
He says if you got to show up to practice 15 minutes early. So basically, if you're on time, you're late. He'd implement that. So I know you.
No, I'm all about that.
All about it.
Which that comes from that, you know, like studying these different people, you know, different figures that have inspired me over time in my personal life and just online, you know, prominent figures like David Goggins, you know, is very inspirational. He was a big one for me. But I will say, yeah, there are some things that are hard, but you know what? Why not just be grateful for it? Like, gratefulness will change your life. I'm telling you right now.
Well, you also talk about Dale Carnegie as well, as we all do. But great, you know, he himself has written books about how to win friends and influence others.
Yeah,
It's
I need to read that. I haven't read it much, but I think
good
it'd
book.
Be really valuable. A lot of people talk about it.
Talking about Think and Grow Rich, you know, we started reading that together.
All have great attributes to them. Very good information.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think we've all been kind of inspired by people that have the aim to help people. You know, that's really a big part of what we're doing. You know, it's all the facets and entertain, educate, and inspire. You know,
Definitely.
that certainly encompasses the education and inspiration.
For sure.
While we entertain you guys. Yeah. So I think kind of like having that background of us, I think we should talk about what led us to actually create the podcast.
In a little trouble there.
I don't want to drop the mic plate.
I'm just enjoying clicking this mic plate off. Oh, get this Ovaltine.
Yeah, Oval.
Sorry.
Pain.
Excuse me.
But yeah, let's talk about
acid reflux there. Sorry.
Yeah, we started a podcast. You know, as you guys can see, and maybe you want to know why we did it. What led three people that come from different backgrounds that have the common thread of going to the same high school, becoming friends.
I
why we decided to start a podcast.
Yeah. What are our three perspectives on this?
It's a hobby for me. I'm actually more very laid back and I'd say reclusive in
He's
it.
definitely the more laid back one of the bunch.
I had to kind of, I wouldn't say brought out of my shell, more like ripped away from it to do this.
You definitely were. I mean, you look at you. You're wearing a straw hat. You're wearing that shirt. You wouldn't have been doing that on day
Come a long way.
I wouldn't say forced, but
well, you weren't forced.
Anyway,
you were coerced. There's a difference.
Coerced.
Yeah, coerced. No, I think
Jim Jones right over there. Coerced.
Yeah.
Where's the Kool-Aid, man?
Yeah. What flavor did you like?
I ran
what
out.
flavor did you like? Yeah.
I ran out. Does that mean my life is running out too?
Ovaltine Kool-Aid.
Oh, crap.
We don't use Kool-Aid. We use Ovaltine.
Yeah.
Ovaltine.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Funny. Before we dive into why we do this, Ovaltine. Why do we use Ovaltine?
Oh, Ovaltine.
Well, we can't
why
go
seriously?
into like the full depth knowledge of why we use Ovaltine, but we will talk about one of the reasons why is because it's seen as like a high performance supplement or drink, because people like Edmund Hillary have used Ovaltine. You know, he drank Ovaltine as he climbed Mount Everest. I think he was the first guy to climb Mount Everest to the peak, right?
And he drank that as he was climbing.
Yeah, and he drank Ovaltine. So I think Ovaltine has a history with like high performance and success, and especially with athletes and whatnot. And it's also old school, and we like to bring back old school culture.
It is quite old. An old a sponsor of the Olympics.
Right.
Definitely.
Yep. So that's
I just
the main
remember
reason why we like it.
thinking like, well, what if we get a sponsor one
it
day?
tastes
And
good.
it was kind of like, who, what are we going to use? And,
Yeah.
as I work out and as you work out, I guess you had pitched the idea like, man, this Ovaltine stuff, so that's what I'm using.
good.
It's really, really good. Maybe,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Ovaltine. So we kind of discussed it. And like, it's as a fun joke, let's put Ovaltine there. So now we get antique cans, we got Ovaltine biscuits, Ovaltine signs. It's just, and
I was
funny
eating
enough,
some
I've tried it.
biscuits
It's pretty good.
It's
And
really
it's very
good.
healthy. It's very healthy for you.
It's really good. It's got
Yep.
many key vitamins and minerals in it.
Yep.
And
I'm not telling you,
a
I'm
better
not
sponsor is that.
I'm not like Ethan would say coercing you to go out and buy it, but I mean, if you'd like to try
Yeah,
it, it is
definitely
pretty
try
good.
it
We
out.
love it, and there's
I think
so
it's
many
underrated.
different things. There's so many different products that they make around the world.
Yep.
That is so
You
cool.
baked an Ovaltine
Candies.
cake,
I baked an Ovaltine cake
Yeah,
for
you
our
can
launch
make
party.
cake out of it.
That video will be, if it's not already dropped, it'll be dropping soon.
Yep.
and it was very good.
It was good, yeah.
And I was skeptic,
Really good,
but
really good
It's a
cake.
good malt powder drink, and
Yeah.
for me, it has maybe even another meaning besides the fact that it's really popular in Brazil too,
That's true.
which is really cool.
Which I didn't know. And my girlfriend right now, she loves Ovaltine. She said her favorite milkshake flavor was Ovaltine, and I was like, I know you're the one. After that, you know what I mean? That was a sign for me.
since we're down here in Daytona, kind of somewhat near Cape Canaveral, speaking of spaces, Ovaltine had a slogan for space, so it has some orientation with the space. And Mike, his
Right.
his wife Melissa, who was our engineer for Mike's episode, if you watched that, she had said that she looked up some information and. Alan Shepard, that was one of his favorite drinks was Ovaltine.
Was he
So-
he was an astronaut? Alan
He
Shepard?
was.
Okay.
He was. He was the first American in space, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, that's fine.
But I think that
won't
does
coach
sound
you.
right.
It's coming off the brain.
Yeah.
Off the brine.
I think
No,
Yuri Gagarin was ahead of him, right?
Yuri Gagarin, or how do you pronounce that?
Yuri Gagarin, all the I may
The
be
Russian, the
pronouncing it
cosmonaut, was the
wrong.
first man in space.
But,
But anyway,
know-
so it does have a lengthy, long,
It does have an
backstory,
interesting backstory and
Yeah.
history.
and it holds up because it's good.
Yeah, it
early
is.
1900s.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like almost representative of what we're doing at ThreeFlowing, which is taking something that was really good, that has been around for a long time, been forgotten, and we're kind of bringing it back to
Revamping it.
prominence,
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing with the people that we have on. We are
Exactly.
taking the stories of people that have a story to tell, and we're letting them share that story,
And everybody's got,
Yeah.
like we said, maybe the intro or our mission statement is that everybody's got a story, and there's it's always going to be something interesting. Everybody has something interesting. Whether you think you're the most boring person in the world, I promise you, you're not.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
is interesting.
Oh yeah. And
Exactly.
a lot of the people that we've talked to, they say that they're like, "Oh, I'm boring," but it's like, "Nah, dude, you're."
For instance, there are a lot of people that don't come on the show, but that we talk to, and we're like, man,
Yeah,
and they think they're the most
on the show.
boring Joe Schmo out there,
Yeah.
but they are fantastic.
Exactly.
Right.
So
And in my mind, like what qualifies us over someone else to host a podcast like this? Nothing. It's just because we decided to do it.
Yeah.
We took
But
that step.
why not us?
Put in the work. It's like, why not us?
Yeah.
Exactly. You could do it. We did it.
That's basically what I
And,
was like honing in
exactly.
and really like preaching to these guys and to myself is on a daily is like I mean, we're no different than anybody else. We're just confident enough to put ourselves out there, and we're doing the work consistently.
Exactly.
I've just been coerced to come out here, but
Pretty
anyway.
much.
We don't talk about that. But
Yes.
I do think you've come on board a lot more. You were skeptical at first. I was skeptical at the very beginning.
Yeah,
but
I'm more,
the
skeptical.
more I thought about it, the more I liked it. And
I got
was-
theories, but they always poke holes in my
I
theories.
think I was the one
Swiss
that
cheese.
was.
Swiss cheese.
They thought crazy enough to kind of roll with it at first, but I knew it was. I knew I needed to go public at some point, and I didn't know when, and I thought maybe it would be years down the road, but I realized the best time to do it is now. So
I think in life, sometimes you just have to take that crazy step,
Yeah.
just to do what you feel like God is telling you to do.
you're right.
Take that action. No matter how crazy it sounds, if you want to
Yeah.
start a podcast, do it. If you want to climb a mountain, do it.
The
Whatever
sky
you
is
wanna
the
do.
limit,
The sky is the limit. And, I think too, we've been kind of dodging all around it. Why don't we talk about starting the podcast?
Sure.
Let's do it.
A little bit. So, as I recall it, it was one day in, I believe, January, because Ethan had come back. We had just, me and Lane had just finished our jobs in the presidential campaign we were working on. And Ethan called us, and he's like, you know, how we used to always joke about, you know, starting a podcast. He's like, you know, I actually want to start it. Like, I want to take that seriously and actually start it with you guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, at first, like I said, I was like, you know, I don't know if it'll happen. It's just kind of a, you know, just an idea. But when we thought about it, we did some early brainstorming at the, you know, library, in our cars, in front of ice cream shops. We'd meet everywhere, you know. You don't need an office. You know, you really don't need an office.
No, you don't need an office
You just
to do
need
work. That's a
some
lie.
good, you know, Andy's ice cream, basically.
You just need some ice cream as fuel. And
that and Waffle
you can
House,
accomplish
right?
anything. That, Waffle House, in front of Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, the logo, too, that we have here on the screen. My picture that I used for that was taken in the frozen food aisle at Walmart.
That's true.
What a picture.
I took it.
What a likeness. That's
Ethan
so
took
funny.
it. So a little fun fact about me.
What about Ethan's?
Ethan's...
Oh, man, that's funny.
His was taken actually at the lake in the park, and it was just a little screenshot from that we had our artist, you know, use that as the model.
Yeah,
And
that was
yours-
Lake Peachtree.
I remember mine.
Yours was- yeah, go
mine
ahead.
was taken when I went up to D.C. for the inauguration, and I went up to the state capitol, and Daniel said, "Stand right there." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And it turned out to be in a very, very artistral picture,
Yes.
very very nice.
Like you never know what picture can be used for something bigger, you know.
Yeah.
That's
so hopefully we
true.
can put my actual picture of that on the screen to.
I'm still
Yeah.
laughing. The
Maybe we can
frozen-
show all the pictures.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
the frozen food
Yeah.
aisle, bro. Like
Which
That's so funny.
which picture better, the frozen food aisle, the
Hey.
state capitol, or what was
park.
yours at by the lake?
The lake, yeah,
The
Lake
lake.
Peachtree. That was funny. So like you just never know. I remember Ethan was like, "Hey, we need to get you a picture. You know, we need to get this logo done."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's just like, "Let's just go in Walmart. Let's take
yeah,
a picture."
I didn't care.
And then
know?
you see the shirts, red, white, and blue. It's America, right? We're
Yeah, I
patriotic.
don't know if y'all noticed that.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then of course he's got a Brazil hat, so we have a little nod to
Yeah.
him
And
being
what
the
about the
Brazilian guru.
yellow? I mean, y'all want to talk about that?
Guru Genie Yellow.
The genie yellow.
But,
What's the reason
actually,
for
that
that?
was
I just-
yellow.
I just thought it looked good, but
I thought it looked good too. To be honest, like we had originally thought on a green, you know, but the artist that we had do this for us tried that at first. Then we tried green, but we're like, we like that yellow, and then
Yeah.
yellow kind of became like one of our colors. It's not part of our branding.
But it came from. You remember?
I don't.
Those pants you used to wear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I used to wear some yellow sweatpants.
Freaking Aladdin pants.
And they used
He used
call
to
me
meditate on the
Aladdin.
diving board doing that.
No, that's just a picture. That
I'm gonna
wasn't
put that
real.
picture on the screen.
You're looking at me meditating, but that was totally staged. Okay, all right.
That was not
It wasn't real.
He was meditating.
I wasn't.
You meditate in those pants.
I meditate, but I don't meditate on diving boards.
We thought he was like Aladdin, but
No.
Anyway.
yeah. So the logo, we hope you guys like it.
Why do we call ThreeFlowing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, free flowing is technically what the saying is, and free flowing more improv. And we're three people, and we just, I mean, while we have a rough rubric, I
Mm-hmm.
can't stress rough enough. It's mainly just a winged sort of podcast, and we just go about it, and whatever's on the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, I'm, the two over there are much smarter than I am, so they kind of keep it more grounded in very,
I don't know about that.
question oriented. So anyway, it works out.
I think yeah. So like we were, I think we were in the library or something. We were tossing about names, and
Yep.
nothing seemed to be right. Like I remember, nothing seemed to have that
Three thinking was
quality
pretty cool.
to it. We thought of three thinking,
Yeah.
but I think that was a lot of them were already taken.
That's too Brian focused. You know.
And then we thought of like I was thinking, what do we do? Like we do when we hang out, we do free flowing conversations.
right.
And then I was like, there's three of us, free flowing conversations, ThreeFlowing.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be open everywhere. So we immediately snatched up the things that we needed. And it was just really something special. Everybody pitched in to help come up with the name. And I just think that was really special. And then from there, we started to get to work on how do we actually put this thing together. So talk about those steps during those months.
Oh man, there were so many things I don't even know where to begin. But at first, it was just kind of, I mean, yeah, talking about what we're gonna do. I mean, what it's gonna be about. What is our subject gonna be? And I think it was always something more broad, that we wanted to do. I don't think we ever wanted to do something specific, like a specific subject.
Specific genre.
Yeah, I mean, we do
Too
have
niche,
exactly. We do have a specific culture. We do have a specific.
Well, I think it was more why limit ourselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Every topic is a good
Yeah,
topic. There's not a bad topic.
Yeah, and I mean, those steps. I mean, it was just daily calls, with Daniel, and bi-weekly and weekly meetings with the three of us, just discussing, what equipment we need, how we're going to use it, figured out how to use it, what other software we need, figuring out what guests we're going to get on, how we're going to reach out to guests, and then
Planning the launch.
planning the launch with the launch party, the parade, different marketing strategies that we have, and just, kind of just learning the basics of how to start a podcast, essentially, and taking the time to just motivate each other and try to be better than you were yesterday, pretty much. And that's all it was. I mean, and it feels a lot more relaxing and satisfying to be here today. I will say that because, there were just months of like, well, I wish we were there, like saying like, I wish we had started, and there was part of me that I wish I had started sooner, but I think it worked out pretty well.
It's amazing what you can do in 6 months.
Yeah, no, that's
People
true.
don't realize how much you can achieve in small periods of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's really true.
But
It really
with
is.
even dwelling on things that maybe you should have done or shouldn't have done, dwelling on the past is just never good.
I'd agree.
What was so funny about that, Daniel?
I don't know.
The way you said it was kind of hilarious.
It's really
Thank you.
deep.
Oh, I'm tired.
He got low for that.
But
Okay.
it's like your worst moments in life are actually to your benefit because you can help people who are dealing with the same things. And that's what I'm trying to do. With some of this guru stuff that you are going to
Maybe
see
I was-
pretty soon here.
Maybe I was subconsciously trying to mimic him by talking
Maybe.
low and soft. So
I can't always talk like this. It just gets me tired, okay? It's been a long day.
Yeah. This is our
And
second
I-
podcast of the day, actually.
Yeah.
But we thought
I've been to the moon and back today. All right.
what
so
you've been
he didn't
smoking?
smoke anything. Did he clear?
I don't smoke anything other than
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. I snort that every day.
Please don't try that.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Yeah, don't try it, guys.
Don't
But,
try that at home. Anyone.
anyone.
Don't just don't smoke Ovaltine.
Don't snort it. Don't smoke it.
Drink it.
Don't.
Drink.
The only thing you can do
Do what it
is
says in
drink
the
it.
pack. Yeah.
Drink it. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get comfortable. Can I do some yoga real quick?
Yeah, if you want.
if
just
you
meditate.
want, But
Back.
yeah, this that.
Ooh.
I remember those early days. I think back to how far we've come. Just those meetings, late night meetings, sleepless nights in the car.
Oh yeah.
In
a lot
the
of
car?
late nights, bro. I was working
Sleepless
night
nights.
shift.
After
Oh, meeting. I see.
Meetings
I
in the
see.
car.
It was hard. I was, I
I'm
was
like,
working night shift.
dang,
at the
man,
time.
we don't live
12-hour
but, like,
shifts.
30 minutes from each other. It's not like you gotta stay
but you-
sleep in your car.
You figure out, you get it done.
Right.
Even during the first stages of the filming process, I was still on the night shift and I wouldn't sleep very much. Because we had to film on certain days where I had to work all the way up until we had time to film with somebody, and I would sleep like 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So like some of the videos that y'all see, like I wouldn't say I was tired, but I was very just in a state of very
state.
low level consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I somehow made it work though. I think the
Yeah.
passion just brought me through.
When you're passionate about something, you rise to the occasion.
Definitely.
You find a way to make it happen, and that's
Definitely.
why, no matter what challenge we've been presented, and there's been a lot of challenges. We've had guests cancel on us. We've had rain to deal with. We've had different other issues that have come up along the way. But every single time, we've not given up, and we've persevered to try to figure out the best solution. And
Yeah.
you know, it's cliche, but you really can't give up, you know, if you have a dream.
That's really true. I mean, a lot of it's just persistence, you know. I mean, and just keep on. That's silly, and people don't want to hear that because it's like, well, then they have to take responsibility. But it's just how it is, and you're supposed to enjoy it too.
I got that Rocky IV song playing in my head. There's no easy way out.
Yeah.
I was listening to a lot too.
Robert Tepper.
There's been certain songs too that have kind of been meaningful in a way.
Definitely.
Not just the wonderful jingles that we had created that you hear every episode.
Yeah, and not just Kiss on My List either.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys know about that.
Not even Perdona May.
Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff.
You know?
A lot of music that has inspired us to keep going. I mean, I would just constantly send music to them in the group chat because we have a group chat, and I would just constantly send the music every day. You know, like it'd be like 4 a.m. I'd be in the gym lifting weights, and I'd hear a new song that really inspired me, and I would send it to them because I thought it was really just uplifting, and I wanted them to feel it too. So that's kind of how I communicated, through music, right? A lot of times,
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but.
And something else too that I think is important to mention is that along the way we also found others that, you know, believed in us and wanted to help us out.
Right.
you know,
Shout out to Mr. Donovan, Miss Grace, Carson, Mr. Chase.
Yes.
Yep. Appreciate
and,
you guys.
Yeah.
I think that's
we you know, Justin.
Jordan.
And
Yeah.
Dustin.
And
Don't forget
Dustin.
and anyone else has stepped in to be a
If I'm forgetting
producer
anyone,
for
if
us.
I'm forgetting anyone, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, Dustin,
We said Dustin.
Yeah, I just want to, highlight Dustin.
benefactor. Yeah.
He's highlighted. He's at the top. He's highlighted.
Sorry, Dustin.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate you, Dustin, with everything that you've
Provided for us.
provided for us. I think it's
We'll make you
worked
proud.
out really well. And we will make you proud. We really
Yeah,
appreciate you.
try your barbecue later this week.
Yeah, there's a barbecue spot over here named Dustin's Barbecue. Not associated with the real Dustin, by the way.
Allegedly.
But
Oh, we don't know that.
he,
Could be.
I'm sure he would enjoy it if we sent him pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we to all that's helped us, thank you very much, and to all who've listened, thank you. I don't know what brought you here to listen to us. Maybe you know us, or maybe you just kind of went down the YouTube rabbit hole and found us.
Yeah.
However,
Exactly.
we thank you so much for listening, as always.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Wouldn't be here without y'all.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, you've gotten something out of it. Maybe some information, or maybe you just got a laugh or two.
Yeah. And there's a lot more to come too.
Definitely. Definitely.
I know for me, I know Lane answered this question before, but about what we're trying to, what we see this podcast as becoming. And I would just like to say that, to me, yes, I think, you have fun with it, but I also think this could be something really special, something really big that grows into something that, maybe we don't even see it yet. But we have lots of ideas, lots of vision, and hope you'll stick around for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention, really want to just add value to people's lives through, entertainment, education, inspiration, and many different ways, various ways that we do that through our guests, and just sometimes from the three of us, like today. But just really hoping to help people out in a spiritual sense, in my regard, in a deeper sense, try to help people be more grateful for what they have, and go a long way, and help those who can't help themselves in this world,
Yeah.
the most vulnerable people.
And Ethan, you're launching something new soon, aren't you?
Yeah. So we're gonna launch the Guru content pretty soon here. It's been kind of put off for a while because there's been a lot of stuff going on, but we're gonna get it done, and I don't know how it's gonna happen, but we'll just figure it out. So.
Hey, just like anything, when there's a will, there is indeed a way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so excited for the things to come. I know.
Who said that? Shakespeare?
I really don't know.
I don't know.
I said it. Somebody said it before me, and somebody said it before them.
I'm just flying on the seat
We'll
of my
see.
pants like I'm Aladdin on my magic carpet. Just
The jokes are free
Those
flowing.
genie
I
pants.
have to say, wait, those yellow genie pants.
I didn't bring them.
Yeah. He didn't bring his magic
They
carpet
look
either.
like something from like an MC Hammer video. They look like yellow parachute pants or something.
You're probably right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you jump out of a plane
Yeah.
and those.
90s, so 90s.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I guess we'll catch y'all later, another time.
All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Take care.
God bless. Have a great one.
God bless.
Thank you.
See you next time.